Hello, my name is Kristan Heidel, and today I'll be showing you a cost analysis using the insurance data set. I'll share my screen. Okay, first, the data items. Here are the categories. I created the age group category by using the age measure and creating a new custom category, or I also created the children cat category from the children measure item. The measure items are generally unchanged, so age, BMI, children, frequency, and charges we were told not to use. Here are the measure details. The measure details will show us central tendency and shape and dispersion. So for example, age here, the average age of the data set is 39.21, or BMI is 30.66, which is the average BMI for the data set. Shape for age is here in this histogram. It's not quite symmetrical, as you can see, as the skewness is positive and it's positively skewed to the right. The dispersion details are here, which is the variance, standard deviation, and the coefficient of variation. Here's some graphs I've created. So for example, I'll just give a rundown of only one since we don't have enough time. This is the age and sex of smokers. You can readily see the age ranges of each smoker or non-smoker. A majority are non-smokers, and if they are smokers, men overtake the females, as can be easily seen here. I also create this bar chart which shows the sex and children by region. Each region has the same similar head count, except for Southeast, which you can see is slightly more at 175 and 189, while every other region is in the 160s for each female and male. You can also easily see that children, most people have 0 or 1 child only. BMI also created a box plot and a histogram. Just show you the box plot, like so. It's quite relatively similar. The most extreme is the men 18 to 29 age group, which has a lower whisker of 16 and an upper whisker of 53. So there's a greater variance there compared to all the others, as you can see here. Next, the cost analysis. Right, first I did the cost analysis. This is the default one for 5 people for the 3 measures of children, BMI, and age. I found that this was quite messy, so I want to simplify it further. So I dropped down the clusters to only 4. And again, this isn't well defined, I felt. I'll show you the cluster details here. There you go. There you go. So I included all the categories as well. As you can see now, children, BMI, age, region, sex, and smoker are all in the cluster. the centroids, all the clusters have children of 1, and smoker, all clusters also are non-smokers. There's slight differences in the region and sex, but again, I've decided to remove smoker from this cluster analysis since all the centroids are the same. And I've also decided to remove BMI because if all the information here is demographic, and if we're clustering for marketing purposes, this demographic detail is harder to obtain. And by removing the BMI and the smoker detail, it will simplify the clusters further. And this is the final clusters I've got. That's the cluster diagram. That's that. Let's increase it to see the centroids. There you go. That's the centroid information there. Here's cluster summary. You can see that there's no RMS on this to show the dispersion because now that categories are in it. But using this information, I was able to get the cluster ID details to create this bar chart, which shows the head count for each cluster. So for example, 3 has the largest head count, which is 539, compared to cluster 2, which will only have 200. Okay. Sharing. And thank you. I look forward to getting my results shortly.